What is up, guys? Welcome back to another Elden Ring video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys a strength magic build that is not only overpowered but is also so broken that it makes it a lot of fun playing this game. As you guys see there, 2889, and that foe went down so easily, and that is what makes this build so amazing. And let's take a look at it right here again. Look at this, all these three guys all together, and then look at this, boom, it's just that does that explosion, and it just annihilates anyone that gets really close and just takes him out super fast. This is like a super overpowered weapon in Elden Ring. Not only does it destroy, but it also just pretty much makes the game a lot of fun to play with. I'm going to be providing you guys on how to put this together. You guys could run this through NG Plus if you guys want, and it's just going to carry you throughout the whole entire game. If you want to use it for PvP, it's going to be a lot of fun just trying to capture those foes that are running around and just dragging them to their death when you pull them with that gravity. So let's get started with the build. So we are going to be using the Starscourge Greatsword, fully leveled up. This weapon does a 360 physical, and on top of that, magic 203. All put together is an amazing power put in one whole entire weapon. So what's fun about this build is that you guys are able to attract those foes, like this foe. Look at this, 2480, not even fully buff, and then I'm able to just bring him down very easy. Another thing with this weapon itself in the gravity is that you guys can actually be behind walls and attack anyone. So let me see if I'm able to do this right here. Look at that. So look at this. See that? 24, 22. I'm able to deal damage for that foe, and I wasn't even close to him, and I was right behind the wall, and you guys are able to deal that type of damage. So here's another example. You guys know there's two foes to the left and to the right, and look at that, behind walls, bring them, and oh my goodness, this is too easy. Look at this, guys. Look at that, hyper armor, and you guys are able to pretty much just do this easy with no problem. Like I'm telling you, it becomes very easy with this weapon. There is very few weapons that have this much amount of damage that it deals to any foe, and the FP cost only costs 20, which means that you guys will be able to spam this skill of the weapon itself, which is going to be the Star Caller Cry. Bring the two swords together and roar into the skies, pulling it into enemies with a gravitational wave. Follow up with an additional input to slam down gravity, infuses sword. So I'm also going to be showing you guys what exactly else you need to do to be able to make this even more potent. And next we are going to be using the claw mark seal, which is going to be fully scaled up with strength and also faith, which is going to help with our sword, because our sword is strength, dexterity, and intelligence. And then for the armor itself, I'm going to be using the fingerprint helm. This is one of the amazing armors that you guys can get, and you guys can get this in the mountaintop. Pull up your map, and then we are going to go all the way up over here, and you are guys are going to be able to grab this armor around this section. Grab it and it's going to be yours. Not only this armor is pretty cool, but what makes this weapon amazing, what makes this armor really good, is the following. It has a very high robustness, and also it doesn't have that bad of a poise. So 40 altogether for this armor, and it's also very light. You guys are going to be able to use this for a 150 level build. And then next we are going to be using the Shard of Alexander. Complete the whole entire quest of Alexander, and then you will be able to acquire this talisman, which is going to greatly boost the attack power of your skill. Now, how do we improve the build itself? Then we are going to be using the Roar Medallion. What this one says, it says enhances roars and breath attacks. So as you guys see here, the weapon itself, when you do this special skill, it does a roar attack and follows up with a unique skill, dealing a amount of damage. So it's going to improve the roar when it does this section. As you guys see there, it's going to pull and it's going to deal extra additional damage. I would probably say about 7% additional damage. And then on top of this, we are going to be using the Ritual Sword Talisman. This one's going to raise your attack power when HP is at a max. So what this one does, it deals another additional 15% additional damage. And you guys are able to see if I remove this talisman, let me show you guys really quick. I'll remove the talisman itself and I'm going to show you guys the difference between. So the talisman has been removed, so we are just going to go without the talisman itself. We're going to go here and we are going to be focusing on this foe, and we're just going to real raw damage. You guys see there 717, and then we do 1903. Okay, you guys saw that 1903. So let me show you again now with the talisman put together. Now I'm going to equip the Ritual Sword Talisman and you guys will see the big difference. So before it was 1903 when it does that final second blow. So let's take a look what it does first. I believe it was 717 first, and then let's see. Right now is 788, and then it does this and it's 2094. So an additional damage. And look at that, 628. So as you guys see how potent that talisman it is. And the best thing to do with that talisman is keep your health at max. That's when you are going to be able to take advantage of this talisman. So let's move on to the next one, and it's going to be none other than the Magic Scorpion Charm. This one is going to give you an additional 12% of extra magic damage, but it's going to give you 8% of damage negation, so it's going to lower that. But we are gaining that 12%, and we are going to be trying to keep our health up as much as we can. Now, how do we improve this build to a greater level? And then we are going to be using the Flask of Wondrous Physics. We are going to be using, guys, the Magic Shrouding Crack tier. This one is going to boost, not only is going to boost our magic attack on the weapon itself, but also on our incantation. So that is going to help us a lot. So then the next one we are going to be using is the Stone Bar Crack tier. This one is going to temporarily make stance break easier, meaning, so when I do this special attack and then I follow up with this, I'm going to be able to bring down the bosses, and especially bosses that are harder to bring down. It's going to be a lot easier because the crack tier is going to allow me to do that. Now, if you guys saw in the previous clip when I enabled the talisman, you guys are able to see how easy that foe goes down. Now, what type of incantations are we talking about? So the first one we are going to be using is Flame Grant Me Some Strength, which is going to raise 50% additional damage. And then we are also going to be using the Golden Bow, which is going to give us an additional 10%. So we're talking about 25%. And then on top of this, we are 15% and another 7% and another 15% and another 12%. So you guys get how much damage we are going to be dealing, and then we're going to boost our magic attack to deal more damage for additional 3 minutes in length. We are going to be a killing machine, and as long as we keep our flask up with our health and our FP, we are going to be a-okay. So there you go, guys. That is how you put this build together and show you guys really in motion all the buffs. And then we are going to be taking care of those foes that are up on those stairs. It's, you guys will be able to see, it's just an amazing weapon. It makes the game very easy. It makes the game very fun. It's going to attract anyone. Look at this. With all the buff, I didn't even need to hit that guy twice. And then let's do this guy again. This one takes a little bit longer. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Because he has magic. So that's okay. We're going to deal damage on him. Doom. Look at that. Boom. So you guys will be able to see that. I wanted to show you guys to make sure that you guys are always having your poise up, because that's going to help you do the additional damage. And what this weapon does also is it gives you hyper armor. So as you guys saw there, I wanted to also show you is that the foe was hitting me, but also it wasn't preventing me from doing my final attack. So there you go, guys. That is how you put this build together. Let me know in the comment section if you guys have any questions in regard to this build, and also let me know if you guys wanted me to put another build together for any other weapon. Let me know in the comment section. Also, don't forget to hit that like, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscription button, because we got more Elden Ring videos coming up. And also, if you are into any other Souls game, there's a new one called Temisia. We have full coverage on our channel. Check out the playlist for more additional guides to that build. So if you're into Souls game, check out the Temisia in the playlist. We have full coverage of that game, bring you guys guides and much more. Once again, thank you guys for watching. Also, take a look at this video showing popping out right now. Is an amazing build that it has to do not only with bleed. Also, take a look at this build that's popping up right now. It's fire and bleed at the same time. It's very broken, and I think it replaces the rivers of blood. So take a look at it and try it out. You will not miss on it.